Hey guys, it's Anthony from the Xbox Boomer channel here today. And today I have a variety of sealed Xbox 360 and Xbox One games that I'm going to go through with you. And I'm pretty much making this video because I want it to be some kind of record of basically like what these games were when they were factory sealed. And, some of these I might actually open and play them eventually. Or just sell them for, an open copy and use the money to get a new game. So I'll tell you about these games as we go. And obviously I've flipped them over so you can't see them. Unless you fast forward, of course. And so we'll go through a couple here. So the first one, this is an Xbox One game. This is XCOM 2 for the Xbox One. And this I think I bought on eBay for about $5 in an auction. And because Xbox One games are very cheap right now, it is the time to collect them. And I didn't know this was going to be a sealed game until I got it in the mail. So sometimes, you don't want to see that yet. Sometimes as a collector, you'll buy these games and, you're expecting just like an open copy to play. And they'll send you something really nice. So this one, it still does have the seal on the little, flap there. And it looks like they bought this from Fred Meyer, which is kind of cool. It's a grocery store chain. Now it does have some kind of poopy goo biloba, whatever that is on there. So, you couldn't get this one graded. Because if you guys aren't aware, there is an entire market for graded, sealed Xbox games. And, of course, other systems. But, yeah, it's just one that I haven't needed to play yet. Because I haven't even beaten the first XCOM game. I think it's like XCOM Enemy Within for the 360. So yeah, I've got a sealed XCOM 2. So we'll keep going. So number 2, this one is a weird one. This one is Doom 3 BFG edition. And this is one of those late Xbox 360 print games. Because this is, even though it looks like an Xbox One game, it is a 360 game. So if you were to open this up, it actually has a 360 disc inside of it. And I gotta say, I was very upset when I got this game because I think I paid like $9 for it sealed. And I wanted the Xbox 360 version of the case. And even though it's the same game inside, it really bothers me to collect these like Xbox One copycat games. Because like I said, I remember when I played this when it came out, I had the original, Xbox 360 case. And so I hate having like mismatched stuff in my collection. But that's one I've just kind of not wanted to open because I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I have no intentions of collecting the Xbox One style of cases for the 360 games. But yeah, that's sealed in pretty good shape. And if you're watching this, you could be watching this years later, I'm sure, like 10 years in the future. And some of these games might be hard to come by that point in time. So that's a big reason of why I just wanted to make a record of this before I open any games or, sell any or whatever. The next one, I got this for very cheap, and I was very surprised it was so cheap. This I bought for $4 shipped to my house. And this is a Professional Farmer 2017 for the Xbox One. And this is, I've never played this game, but it looked kind of fun. And it is the gold edition, so it does have the game add-ons with it on the disc, I believe. I've never opened this, so I don't know. But yeah, this is just a farming simulator. And, it looks kind of cool for $4. And it's sealed. It's in very good condition. So yeah, that's kind of like a random game I wasn't expecting to get sealed. Now this next one, this is Tom Clancy's The Division for Xbox One. And I didn't open this because, there was a period in time where I went without, Xbox Live for a very, very long time. And a bunch of my friends, they got in contact with me. And they said, hey, you have to play this game, The Division. You got to get an Xbox again. You have to play this with us. So eventually, like a couple years later, I did actually buy the Division sealed from like a Walmart or, maybe a GameStop for like $10. And by that point in time, nobody was playing this game because this game had pretty much died, very, very shortly after it released. And I think there's a second Division game. But yeah, I nowadays I don't game with internet really. So this one requires internet, so I have no reason to open it up. And yeah, it's sealed. So this will probably just stay sealed forever. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so now we're getting into the good stuff. This is the meat and potatoes. So I've got some Xbox 360 games sealed. So the first one, this is a game called Anarchy Reigns. And this is like a third-person kind of like action game. Like I'm pretty sure there's a lot of like melee attacks in this game, and it's probably like beat 'em up style. But I got this for $9 at my local comic shop, and they only had this sealed. So that's why I bought it sealed, because that's the only copy in town that I could actually find. And I really wanted to try this game because it's one of those third-person games for the 360 I've never played, and I've never seen anyone who had this game. And so, it is frustrating to have sealed games, because as a collector, I don't really want to open them, just because I know they're not making any more of them, I mean, this is literally history, so that's why I say, like, a lot of these I might have to buy a second copy, or I might have to just sell them and use the money to buy a used copy. But yeah, that's Anarchy Reigns, and I got that for $9. So the next one, this one I actually do want to play quite a bit. It's Deadfall Adventures. And this game, the only ones that were available during the 360 price hike were online. And so on eBay, you could get a copy of this brand new for about $30. So that's what I paid, about like $28, $29, $30, somewhere in there. And this one does have like the cardboard gremlin went and sneezed on this one. So there's a lot of extra garbage at the top there. So you couldn't send this one in to get graded or anything like that. But it is sealed, no rips or tears or nothing. And this is a first-person shooter with like mummies and zombies and stuff like that. So I might open this eventually. I might have to, because I think this one's going to be one of those expensive 360 games in like 5-10 years. So that's Deadfall Adventures. The next one, I had my choice between two of them, and I could have bought both of them, but I just didn't care enough to. This is Assassin's Creed 3 for Xbox 360. It's like a third-person, kind of like assassin game where you're running around as a Native American in the Revolutionary War. It was a pretty popular game back in the day when it came out. And yeah, I could have, the other one that I saw when I bought this one, because I probably paid about like $9 for this sealed. It was the one that has the Walmart exclusive banner on the top. Because sometimes the games would release with a special little feature or sticker on the case, depending on where you bought it. And they do have a couple different versions of this game, depending on where you bought it from. But they're pretty much, as far as I could tell, they're about the same. So I just bought the one that was really nice in the original case. So that's sealed Assassin's Creed 3. This one I was pretty upset over. This is Pocket Bike Racer, and this is it's like a third-person Mario Kart clone for the 360 with all the Burger King characters. And the seal on this one, so it does have the plastic on it, right? All these games do. But you can see, I'm not going to make it worse. It's hard to see. I'm pushing it down. In shipping, the seal actually broke. And so I will say, when you're buying, sealed games online, it's kind of a crapshoot, because some of these sellers, they think you're just buying a new copy to open it and play it. especially with something like 360 or Xbox One or like your PS4 or whatever, because they don't know, a lot of people, a lot of normies don't know that there's a sealed video game market, and that in the, the collector's eyes, the sealed version of the game is infinitely more expensive and valuable than just a poopy, crappy open box version. And so, anyways, this one did get sent to me open. I mean, it has a crease in the, it's actually cut open where you would open the case. So that kind of sucks when that happens, but this is still a pretty cheap game. So, Pocket Bike Racer there. And this next one, kind of the same thing. This is a bumper car game with the Burger King characters. So you got, King Chicken there, and then the Burger King, Crown King, or whatever the hell you call him. And down at the bottom, when I opened this game up, and I paid for it sealed, I noticed that they poorly packed a lot of these games that they shipped to me. And down at the bottom, you can see the plastic is ripped. So that, even though the seal on the side is really nice, it sucks, because I was going to put all these in nice, like acrylic cases, like hard plastic protective cases, and kind of display them, around my 360 collection. But it kind of makes them look like garbage, and there's not much you can do about it other than, if you buy them in person, you might have a better shot at it. But yeah, that's big bumping. Now next, this one's pretty cool. I'm actually surprised this was as cheap as it was. Because again, those Burger King games were really cheap. They were like $5-6 a piece, sealed. But this game was, I think, like $9, something like that. And this is a sealed copy of Mass Effect 2. And this was a very, very popular game. And this is in like pristine condition. Everything, all the seals are good. The plastic feels nice. The game feels nice and, baby smooth. And, yeah, I mean, I have a game save with Mass Effect 2 with hours and hours on it. But I haven't quite beat it yet. That's about where I fell off from the series. But yeah, I plan to do that one day. So I got that. That's a pretty cool game. This one's another one that I liked a lot. This is Fable 3 sealed. It has the plastic in nice shape and everything. And this is a not for resale copy. So I can only assume this was bundled with something else. So I would assume maybe like a 360 console came with this game. I mean, it was a really popular, game that was backed heavily by Microsoft. So I could definitely see them packaging this with like a console or another game. But yeah, this is a really, really cool third person, like an open world action game. And it's kind of like a RPG game in a way. But yeah, so I got Fable 3. This next one is a cheap one. This is Connect Adventures. And I'm sure I only paid like $5 for this. And it is sealed. Okay, so it's in good shape. It's got the... Oh, crap. Hold on. Oh, that sucks. You see that? See, this stuff just happens. That's the pain in the balls with the sealed games. Yeah. So never mind. This is not in great shape, but again, I paid like $5 for it, and this is my, I think, second or third copy of Connect Adventures. This is the pack-in game that they shipped with like every Connect. This was basically the Wii Sports of the Xbox 360. So I got that one. I have to be careful with it. This one, I think this is my second copy. I have this, and I've never played it because the Kinect sensor requires a pretty large amount of space, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to hook up all the time. But yeah, this is a Kinect game called Fable The Journey, and it's, as far as I know, it's a first-person kind of like rail shooter version of Fable, and it looks very cool. I mean, I probably would like this game a lot and run through it at least once. But it's just a matter of hooking up the Kinect and not being so lazy and just sitting on the couch. But yeah, that's another one. I didn't expect this to be sealed. and the seller just sent me a sealed copy. So that's what I got, and I feel guilty, and I don't open them. This next game, this one's gonna be a freaking banger. You wait a couple years. This one's going to the moon, buddy. This one, I'm telling you, this ain't your average. This ain't your Modern Warfare 2 or your Halo 3. This is Magna Carta 2. And I never played the first Magna Carta game, which I believe was on PlayStation 2. But this is a extremely, unknown kind of like... I mean, I've only seen this game. I haven't even seen this game out in the wild, like, ever. I've only seen this online. And so it's a hard-to-find Japanese RPG game. Blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, it looks cool. It looks like a Final Fantasy or, something like that. And, this game sealed, I think, was about $40 during the Xbox 360 price spike. And this looks phenomenal. This seal job and everything. And I noticed that a ton of resellers were buying up the sealed copies online, and they were actually grading these when the 360 games were going up. So I'm sure 5-10 years from now, we'll see plenty of these flooding the market with like the stupid little grading system or whatever on there. Because people are probably just hoarding these in their basement, waiting for the price to shoot up. But this one I do want to play. I mean, I am a gamer, not like a shelf collector, so I might open this because I think it's pretty expensive for a used copy of this still. But yeah, that's a game you might not have even heard of, Magna Carta 2. The next one is my favorite Burger King game. And this guy, whoever you were that sent me this, you did an awesome job shipping this. Thank you. I doubt you'll ever see this, but yeah, they double sealed this. They actually put it in plastic and sealed it down. So even though the game is sealed, like sealed, they actually put another wrapping over top of it to protect it. And then they did, I think they bubble wrapped this one. But yeah, this is like an Assassin's Creed knockoff with, the Burger King characters. And you pretty much sneak around and jump out and give people, gravy and biscuits and stuff, and gives them a heart attack and they die. But yeah, that's Sneak King. And then the last game I got for you is not a banger at all. This game actually sucks. And this game, it's called Brink, and it was by Bethesda Game Studios. And it was a first-person shooter that was supposed to be kind of like a Call of Duty killer. Like this was a big deal. They put a lot of money into this. They were really pushing this, and it flopped. I mean, it was just not in my recollection, and I'm sure I'll be doing a more in-depth video at some point. This was not a very sought after or like well-received game. I mean, we all made fun of this game because there's an Angry Joe show video out there where he basically makes fun of how everybody's head in this game, it looks like an eggshell. It looks like, they're just really oblong and just strange looking characters. But yeah, this one it is sealed. I mean, I've already taken it out of the, the slip cover and stuff, but it is sealed underneath. And then it has the slip cover, like I said, and that's all in good shape. The corners aren't jacked up or nothing, as far as I can see. And yeah, it's just, and then they also sealed over top of it. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, I just bought that, another $8, $9, something like that. And it's very cheap. So I thought it was cool to have. But yeah, that's my little stack of sealed Xbox games. And then a random bottle of propane that I had holding them up. So thank you for watching. And God bless you and your family.